Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me for another episode of Here Before, Here Now. Yeah, I kind of got quite a few things throughout the month of November, so hopefully you're able to listen to the other ones. Obviously, November is really important for Native American Heritage Month, so trying to get as many voices out there as possible in so many different areas too. And today, I'm pretty excited to talk to my guests about education. All right, so Native Americans in education. Where are we in that sort of situation, right? So, one of the cool things about my guest, Antoinette Shirley, is that she has just been chosen as the 2025 National Johnson O'Malley Association Teacher of the Year for the Southwest at Large region. So, quite the title. Antoinette, Yate, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's a thank you for inviting me here. It's exciting to be here, and I just am excited to be here. Thank you.
Perfect. Do you mind moving your mic a little bit closer to your mouth just so we're able to, yeah, pick it
Right
up? You
there.
can even like push it
Oh,
down.
can I move
Yeah,
it down?
yeah, you can move
Okay,
down a little bit. That's
right there.
perfect. Yeah, there
Okay,
we go. Just so we can get a good audio take on you. Well,
okay.
I'm so excited for you to be here. It was Carrie Pena, who was a former journalist at Arizona's Family, who connected us together. Tell me about your connection with her.
Yes. So I was working on a project with her for the Phoenix Indian Center for the Parenting in Two Worlds class that Phoenix Indian Center provides. And she wanted to do a little interview with us, my husband and I, Marvin Shirley, about um, just the class in general and working with Phoenix Indian Center and Jolana Begay Kropa's organization.
Oh, okay. Got it. So yeah, I saw that email interaction. I was like, oh, hey, that's so cool. Because I used to watch Carrie when she was here several years ago. It's cool that she's doing her own thing now. But we wanted to talk to you because of all the stuff that you've been doing for Native American students and been recognized for it by the National Johnson O'Malley Association. First, tell our listeners what that association is and what does it mean for you to have been recognized?
Um, so the organization is the National Johnson O'Malley Association, and that is a grant where it supports various schools, tribal education departments, and they provide funding to the organization for students to be successful in school and education, and so that they can continue to progress through graduation.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a yearly grant, and so you would have to apply for it through tribal entities or the LEAs. And so it was, yeah. So it's a great grant for our students to flourish.
Wow. And for you to have been chosen, it says a lot about the kind of work that you do.
Yes, I'm currently working in the second largest school district, which is Chandler Unified School District, and I work there with the Native American students and families. I am the Indigenous Student Engagement Specialist. I've been working there for 4 years. Before that, I taught at Fountain Hills Middle School under Fort McDowell Yavapai Nation for 17 years as an English teacher and also an academic strategies teacher. So that was where I started. But this award, I was nominated, I guess, from, somebody who was noticing my great work
Yeah.
and community parent involvement, bringing various activities in the evenings with our parents and students, and just really making the program grow. And
Mm-hmm.
also, we were also nominated as the runner-up for the same award. But that was good. I was nominated by Mr. Brandon Clark from the Office of Indian Ed
Mm-hmm.
at Arizona Department of Education.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that. It shows how much that you've been doing and how much you care about your work. Obviously,
Yes.
being in education for nearly 2 decades now. I mean, obviously, it's something that really speaks to you. What is the status like when it comes to Native American children in education currently? How are things going?
Right now, it was a little shaky with the federal government shutdown, and we were unsure of what was going to happen with Native American education. So just kind of waiting, to see what's going to happen, and wondering for next year if there will be any type of grants available.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as we know, yes, we should be okay with next year's funding for education. And but yes, our students are there, very small population in our school districts, but still trying to provide the supports for them.
Yeah. So with Chandler Unified, you said there's about 1,500 Native students.
Yes, there are about 1,500 Native American students and 39 tribes represented.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. And it's
Yes.
a huge school district. You said the second largest. So there are 1,500 out of how many others?
Right now, I believe there are about 40,000 students enrolled in Chandler Unified School District.
Wow. Okay. So very small percentage of the population, but
Yes.
a lot of work goes into what you do to help students succeed.
Yes, yes. A lot of work, a lot of planning, a
Yeah.
lot of working with parents and working with the staff, administration, the admins in the school districts, and just working with our federal programs department. Just a lot of behind the scenes work that goes into making our program work successfully.
So do you see a lot of Native families engaged with their kids when it comes to these kinds of programs?
Yes, yes. We had increase in parent engagement and
Hmm.
involvement with our Indigenous Parent Committee meetings, our cultural engagement nights. We are having an upcoming fashion show, which is going to be next week on Tuesday on the 25th. So that would be another engagement event for our community. So there is an increase in parent involvement, yes.
That's awesome. That's good to see. I know that I am engaged with my son's school district when they do these things. And
Mhm.
last time we did painting of jack-o'-lanterns and carving them too. So, and it was good to be involved with other people. And I actually ran into someone at that parent group who was like, I listened to your podcast. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so crazy. So it's good to be able to be involved in those types of events. And for parents who aren't, what do you want to say? Like, it's probably very important for the child's development.
Yes, it's good to be involved. I know that when we have parent involvement, we get to meet. We have about, oh, we have so many schools
Hmm.
in the district: elementary, preschool, elementary, junior high, and high school. And so it's good to build a community. And I say, build a community away from home. And just every time you'll meet new parents will come, various parents come in and out, and you have the frequent flyers as well, which is great because then they get to know you, you get to know them, they get to know our program. We build like a family community relationship, and it's just amazing how our parent involvement has grown.
So you started off as a teacher. Tell me about your decision in getting into education and then specifically catering towards more of the native population.
Yes, well, my grandmother, Anna Watchman, was a principal at Tehoto Middle School in Fort Defiance, Arizona, and so, and then my mother Shirley, my mother late Shirley Ashley was also a teacher's aide,
Mm.
and so I remember those days, and so I feel like I grew into this role, being wanting to be an educator. And then my uncles are teachers. They were teachers, Daryl and Lenny Watchman. And it was just something that, as a child,
Hmm.
whatever we would play would be play school. I want to play school.
It would be the teacher or the principal.
Yeah, and so I just feel like that's what I grew into. And then I remember my grandma Clara Key when she would watch us and babysit us in Window Rock.
Mm.
She was always like, I have every month she would go and get her check, and she would be like, I need to learn how to sign my name.
Hmm.
And when I was probably, I don't know, I think kindergarten or first grade, we used to get the paper with the three outlines, the dashes,
Oh
and
yeah,
the cursive
yeah. I remember.
handwriting. And so I would tell my grandma, okay, this is how you write your name in cursive. And so she would say, and I would tell her, the next time you go into the bank, you're going to write your name. You're not going to use your thumbprint.
Uh-huh.
You're going to write your name. So I think that when I was at early on as a student, I wanted to be an educator, and that was my that was my goal. I wanted to do it. So I think that teaching my grandmother how to write her name in cursive
Mm-hmm.
was a really my first action as being a teacher, and so I will always remember that. So she would be so proud going into the bank, and she would write her name, Clara Key,
Yeah.
and it was just so neat. And looking back, I'm like so like emotional about
Yeah,
it
it's pretty
because
profound. You were able to have this lasting impact on her just signing her name, which we all do all the time. But I
mhm.
mean, that's a huge moment.
Yeah, yeah. But that's how I wanted to be. I just know that I wanted to be an educator, and I know that we have our breaks and our summers off. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I like that
Yeah.
field.
My wife's in education too, and I'm so jealous of her during the summers. But then I'm like, when are you going back to work? I got to get some, time to myself.
True.
No, the
Hmm.
kids too. Yeah, when we were talking about our kids and everything, like we were just wondering, like, oh my gosh, obviously something I had never thought about before, but like schools and how they're so important in like our kids' education. And we were wondering, well, do we send them to this one? Do we send them to this one? It's a lot of work that parents have to do when it comes to their kids' education. It's for me sometimes it's kind of like not puzzling, but oh my gosh, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing?
Right, right, right. So, yeah, it is. It's like you want to maybe like almost interview your teacher, your
Right.
students' teachers, and you want to interview, make sure that they have the right opportunities, the right teachers, and so thankfully, I have three children.
Hmm.
Marvin is my husband. Well, he can be my child too. He's my husband.
Yeah.
And then there's Marcus, Marissa, and Markayla. So Marcus went to again Chandler High
It's
School,
like an
and
M thing.
yeah,
An
the
M.
M thing,
Yeah.
naming their names after their dad.
Yeah.
So my two oldest, Marcus and Marissa, they went through the Chandler High School, the whole Chandler Unified School District. And again, yeah, there was opportunities for them through the Maricopa Community College's Hoop of Learning
Yeah.
program.
I did that.
Yeah,
I
you did
did.
that. Oh
Hmm.
my gosh, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So I was like, on the reservation, they don't have this.
Yeah.
So they were able to both earn their associate's degree.
Uh-huh.
And my youngest child, Markayla Shirley, she just earned her associate's degree, and she's barely a senior in high school, but she earned it in junior high.
Wow. Oh my
So
gosh. Wow.
yeah, she was another achievement out of these resources that are
Yeah.
out there that parents really do have to look into to looking for these resources for their children because some are good, some are just amazing.
Hmm.
It helps make your students flourish, get their education faster, and but yeah, so that's how I would like to help our students in our district. Using the resources that we have within our community.
What are some of the challenges that Native students face when it comes to, maybe trying to succeed in the classroom, but also maybe, trying to juggle their identity of being at home or, I mean, it's all, I guess it's dependent on each child, but I'm sure that's why these programs exist.
Yes. So I think the struggles right now some students are facing are getting over the whole COVID pandemic that we had.
Mm-hmm.
So getting back into the schools, attendance is a barrier or an issue. Um, and then just connecting with the schools and connecting with their teachers, having that sense of belonging
Yeah.
and feeling like they are included in schools. That would be probably the main thing that they have. Yeah, so I think that would
Mm.
be the
Yeah.
top ones. Mhm.
Me growing up, I went to Osborne District for elementary and middle school,
Mhm.
and I was always involved in the Native programs. Like all of my friends, like in like my primary years, were all like Navajo, because we were all like I think it was called Learning Circle. That's the program that we did, and it was cool to be around other people. I was born and raised here in Phoenix, but I think for the most part they might have been too. But we all had that cultural understanding. We all like mimic our parents and all that stuff,
Mhm.
be,
Mhm.
be like just native together. And it was so fun to have that experience. And as I grew up and went to high school, there was less of that. There were still programs available. But then when I went to college at ASU, especially my degree, I felt like I was the only native person in that entire like section, which I know there's programs and resources out there.
Mhm.
How do you help these students find that community if there's like challenges or barriers?
Just meeting with students,
Yeah.
meeting with students, going to the club meetings, indigenous club meetings, and just making a presence there that, hey, we're here for you, and that, if there's any type of resource that you think we're not offering,
Mm-hmm.
let us know. We can look into growing our program and just having a wide variety of resources. And so just acknowledging them
Mm-hmm.
and just meeting them, because sometimes when I, talk to a student, they'll be like, oh gosh, we're in trouble. And then
Mm-hmm.
they'll see me at the office and they'll be like, oh no,
Yeah.
we're not in trouble. It's the lady wearing the turquoise. She's wearing turquoise. And then so all of a sudden they'll be like, Auntie Shirley's here
Yeah.
or something like that. And so just building that sense of community, and then they get excited, to meet with me. And I think that's just how, just pulling the students in is a good thing, making sure that through me that, you belong here.
Yeah.
We're supporting you. We're rooting for you. Do well.
Is there sort of like I don't know, I don't want to say fear, or maybe some sort of like just concern, I guess, with cuts on the federal side to things like um, departments that serve Native American students? I know, like, I think, for instance, a school in Albuquerque, SIPI, I think,
Mhm.
BIE school. I talked to someone who was laid off because of cuts hitting them. I think I read somewhere, what was it, the Indian Country Today, about another school out in Oklahoma that's also facing cuts because of this. Is there like concern about that?
Yes, yes, yes. There's concern, yeah, and it just all depends about
Mm-hmm.
the funding and where are the cuts going and where are our staff going to be put or placed. And so, yeah, there's a huge concern. I know that just the other day I saw a feed on my social media that the NIEA is really stepping up and advocating for our Indian education programs,
Mm-hmm.
and making sure that staff is still in places where they need to be.
When it comes to these types of programs that are here now, obviously you run it and you're in it, making sure that it's accessible. As I was a kid, I was just a part of it, not really taking for, or I guess taking it for granted that this was just here for me. Is there a concern that positions like this or like programs like this could one day no longer be a thing? I mean, that's what I'm worried about for my kids.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is a concern, and so and then just making sure that there is someone there to run the
Yeah.
program. Someone who is knowledgeable in our Native American culture, Native American ways, our Native American education. Just kind of the person that has experiences from, having education on the reservation, having education here in the urban city areas. And so, and a lot of our families are moving off of the reservations into the urban
Mm-hmm.
cities, getting it, I guess, experience of the city life, urban area, urban living. And so, yeah, there is a concern. I do have parents that are concerned about it.
Yeah. I mean, so thank you for doing what you do to continue these types of programs.
Hmm.
What are some of the challenges you're facing right now in terms of, I don't know, the maybe some of the attendance or like bringing more students in, or funding barriers for more things? Like, what are the things that you're facing right now that you wish you could change?
I think right now the challenges that I'm facing is trying to um, explain, or actually trying to get our parents involved in these types of programs,
Yeah.
Because the more students enrolled in our programs drives funding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the more numbers, the more funding you get.
Mm-hmm.
And so some parents are either not aware or they're concerned because it's federal funding,
Yeah.
and so just to get more students enrolled in our National Johnson O'Malley Association programs, and so just kind of recruit a lot of students. Like I said, we have about 1,500 students in the district,
Mm-hmm.
and we have about maybe 780 students enrolled in the program. So there's still more work to recruit more students and families in our program.
Wow. And that's a national thing? That
It is a national program,
Yeah.
yes. Mhm.
Yeah. So should my kids be a part of it? I have no idea. You're
Yes,
telling me all about
yes.
this right now.
Yes, get them enrolled in the Indigenous Education Program. And those programs usually are supported by the Title VI grants and
Okay.
also the Johnson O'Malley grant.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm glad I brought you in. I'm going to tell my kids counselor, like, what do I do? How do I get my kids involved with this?
Yes.
Going forward professionally, where do you see yourself in 5, 10 years?
In 4 or 5, 10 years. Well, I hope to be continue to be with Chandler Unified School District as the Indigenous Student Engagement Specialist, and just really solidifying the program and making sure that we have a strong program for upcoming students, and then just having the growth that we're having, and just having a place there
Mhm.
in this Chandler area for Native American families and students that come and move into the area.
So I know you mentioned that we have more families moving off tribal lands coming into the city, but across the whole valley, we're seeing enrollment numbers drop for a lot of schools. They say birth rates are down, people are moving away. Is this affecting Native students as well? Or are we seeing them like a decrease in terms of enrollment with them, or what's the trend with that?
I think with our Native American families, the only decrease in enrollment is when they move back to the reservations,
Mhm.
and that would be, things get expensive, apartments are costly,
Mhm.
and just a lot of, I guess the economic environment is just expensive to live here in the city. So a lot of our families will move back to their reservations and move back there because they feel safe. They feel they can handle that. And so so that would be the declining enrollment, but I think that would be it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not
Mhm.
like a huge trend that you're seeing at this point.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
I see. Wow. Well, it's amazing. I'm so glad that I was able to speak with you about this. Any other projects you're working on or anything that you want to talk about?
Well, right now I'm working on the 4th annual Chandler Unified School District Indigenous Fashion Show. That's going to be coming up on November 25th. And then we have the Chandler Innovation Fair that's going to be happening in January, I believe. And then we have, of course, the end of the year celebrations, which
Yeah.
would be the Indigenous Senior Banquet celebration
Okay.
that we would have in April. And then also we started the 8th grade celebration of learning so that they can move on to high school.
That's amazing.
And that's pretty much a lot of our programs that we just do. I feel like I finish one project and then I start on another one.
Right? Yeah.
And I start on it just goes on and on and on. But yeah, so so that's me. I work there. I'm Antoinette Shirley, and I don't think I introduced myself in Navajo.
Oh, it's okay. You can do it now. You
Yeah,
can,
yeah. So She'eya Antoinette Shirley initiate sit na Jenny Nishlon Twidditch eat ni bushes chin send ha biltni a dash che do traba a dash nala I yesi a Tlagato Arizona a nasha a quit ego a sana nishle Shama a Shirley Ashley yeah holiedo Anton Ashley a shaja ado shal china a Marvin a
Marcus?
Marcus, yeah.
Marissa?
Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting my kids. Marvin, Marcus, Marissa, China. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Okay. Well, yeah, thank you again for being here. I appreciate your time. All right. That's going to do it. I mean, I know your kids now, right? So that's going to do it for us on this episode, Here Before, Here Now. Any other guests or topics you'd like me to talk about, please send me an email, colton.schoen@azfamily.com.